Hi everybody, my name is Maria Dooley, and beside me is my gorgeous daughter Layla, who's here for the very first time, and it's her first time on such a big stage, but she's really here to help me. And along with Layla, we have a 6-month-old baby at home, Luca. So Layla and Luca are my reason for working my business with Forever on a part-time basis. I work at around a full-time job. I work with a private hospital in the West, and I have a busy job. It's a business development role. A little bit about my background, and I'm going to try and keep to the 2 minutes. I'm a qualified nurse midwife, and I left the nursing career and joined the pharmaceutical industry. So for up to 12 years I sold drugs, but legally, I might add, all around the west of Ireland first, and then most recently throughout the country. And I guess I worked my way up along the career ladder until I had what I thought was the perfect job. I was working in a very specialised area in oncology, calling to oncologists all over the country, reporting into one of the leading oncology companies. And I suppose I was happy on one level because it's everything I had worked for. And to the outside world, I probably looked like I had it sorted because it was a great job and great perks. But deep down, I was brokenhearted because I was very stressed, working long hours. I'm sure you all know that our centres of excellence, our oncology centres, they're not all in Mayo. There's only one of them in the West. So I live in Mayo, so that meant that I spent most of my time in the car driving to be at Cork University or the Mater or wherever. And then when I finished my day's work, I was off to a lovely hotel to spend the evening to get all my reports done so my boss could see it the following morning. So it was a very, very demanding job. And I was away from home a lot. So my wonderful husband, who's also here for the first time, Noel, who who enables me to do this business because he stays at home with Layla and Luca. He was becoming miserable because I was away all the time. I also had my own business. I opened a boutique thinking that was going to be my ticket to being a successful businesswoman. But unfortunately the recession put an end to that dream. So we had to close that, and that took a little piece of me away as well. For most of you, I think some of you have businesses, so you'll know what it's like when you have to close the door. It's not a nice thing to do. But what really, I suppose, made me look at my career was one night I rang home from the Four Seasons Hotel in Dublin, which you all know is a lovely hotel, and I suppose that they're the kind of places I spent my time, but I didn't notice the niceties of the hotel. I was just stuck in a room in front of a computer. And I rang home to Noel just to see how the bedtime stories went, like I would have done most nights. And he just said to me, "Oh yeah, no, Layla's asleep." And she asked me, "When were we meeting Mommy again?" And you know, that made me really look at myself and what I had become, and I knew that I had to change it. So I did that. I set about changing it, and that's when Forever found me. And it found me 2.5 years ago, thankfully through a wonderful person called Barbara Ann Murray, who's thankfully here in front of me. But it wasn't the first time she tried to find me. She tried to find me 2 years previous to that, and I heard natural and plant, and I thought, good luck with that. I was still in my drug mode and rubbished her concept, so I'm sorry, Barbara, for being abrupt with you in 2010 when you tried to invite me to a launch. But thankfully I sat and I listened to what the business was about 2.5 years ago, and given the background I had come from, I thought, yeah, 2 years, I'll have it all. I'll have the big check, yeah, no bother. And that 2-year mark came last October, and I sat here heavily pregnant, actually in City West, and I didn't have it all. I was stuck at assistant manager. And I didn't know why. I actually was going to walk away from the whole business. I had a little note written to Barbara to say, "Thanks for your time, it's not for me." But only that I had to bring one of my team that day. That's the reason I honoured my commitment and I came. And over the course of that day, I don't know what happened, but I started to look at myself differently. And over the coming month, when Luca arrived, I really looked at myself and I realised that the problem was with me, because this business works. It works, you can see it, it's working for everybody, and there was a few flaws with me. My focus was wrong. My agenda was always about when I'm going to get to manager, when I'm going to do this, when I'm going to do that. And I wasn't passionate about the products the way I was about the business. And it was only when Luca was born, and he was a big baby, and he nearly killed me, that I actually had to really get stuck into our products, and I now know that everybody should drink that gel. So my passion is as strong about our products as it is about the business. And my agenda is not about me, it's all about my wonderful team. And I just want to formally introduce them because you're going to hear a lot about them. And they are the Forever Gem team. And I have two wonderful team members here, Dee representing the Mayo team, and Laura and Charlene representing our Donegal growing team. And just to say that I wouldn't be here without you, Dee, and without the Donegal crew, Charlene, and your wonderful team. I'm so grateful that you chose to come and join me, and I can't wait to see you up here. And Dee, I know you're going to be here next month, followed very hotly by Laura and indeed Charlene down there. But I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Barbara and Shane. And Shane, you'll forgive me if I especially just talk to Barbara for a minute, because our journey really started together. And Barbara, I can't stand up here and find the words that I need. You're an incredible business mentor and friend. And I can't wait to get hammered with you in all the different global events. So thank you for everything. And lastly, just to say that I'm very proud to be part of the Live the Dream team, which Mary, Stuart and John are the heads of. And they can't be here today because they're just back from Australia. But they did text me to say they were thinking about me, and they're an incredible couple who inspire me greatly, and they've become friends too. And I just want to also say to all the other business leaders here in the room, I'm not going to mention you all because I'm sure I'll forget someone and you'll probably never speak to me again. But you know, you come up here month after month and you share your stories and during trainings, and you know, I sit there and I listen, and I'm sure I represent lots of people. So to all of you seriously successful men and women, thank you for everything, and thanks to Bob and Maher Morehouse. Thank you.